Step into Eden Fairmont's world, where Hollywood's brightest stars and hidden stories come alive. Subscribe now and experience the ultimate glam. Marilyn Monroe's life reads like a poem of contrasts: brilliance and fragility, laughter and loneliness, fame and introspection. Born Norma Jean Mortensen. On June 1, 1926, in Los Angeles, California, her early life was far from the glittering image she would one day project. She grew up amid instability, moving through foster homes and orphanages, yet within her burned a quiet determination. Books became her refuge, imagination her companion, and the dream of acting her compass. When she reinvented herself as Marilyn Monroe, it wasn't a mask to hide behind. It was a reclamation of her story, turning hardship into art, uncertainty into light. Becoming Marilyn, the spark that changed everything. Her transformation began in the most unexpected of places, a wartime aircraft factory. While assembling parachutes during World War II, a photographer noticed her natural charisma and photographed her. Those images opened doors that would lead her toward modeling, and soon after, the silver screen. Marilyn's appeal went far beyond beauty. She had an uncanny ability to express emotion, a glance that could convey longing, mischief, or melancholy all at once. Determined to evolve as an artist, she took acting lessons, studied tirelessly, and refused to settle for being just a pretty face. By the early 1950s, she'd become one of Hollywood's most magnetic figures, embodying both vulnerability and confidence, a rare combination that made audiences fall in love. More than a movie star, Marilyn Monroe's rise to stardom was meteoric, yet her success was anything but shallow. With unforgettable performances in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, How to Marry a Millionaire, and The 7-Year Itch, she became the epitome of charm and allure. But beyond the glamorous facade, she was a thinker and a seeker. Her journals, letters, and notes reveal a deeply introspective woman wrestling with questions of identity, purpose, and belonging. She was passionate about literature and art, often quoting poets and philosophers, and sought roles that challenged her emotionally. Behind the laughter and light of her characters lay an understanding of the complexities of the human heart. Defying expectations and embracing truth. What made Marilyn truly remarkable was her refusal to be confined by other people's perceptions. She knew the power of her image but refused to let it define her. At a time when Hollywood often reduced women to stereotypes, she asserted control over her career, founding her own production company and fighting for better roles. Her courage to demand creative respect was groundbreaking. Beneath the glamour, Marilyn was a woman of vision, intellect, and courage, striving to be understood for her substance rather than her appearance. A timeless legacy of grace and humanity. Though her life was tragically brief, Marilyn Monroe's influence endures across generations. She remains not only a cultural icon, but also a symbol of resilience, individuality, and emotional honesty. Her story reminds us that greatness often grows from vulnerability, that beauty is not perfection, but presence. She continues to inspire artists, dreamers, and those who feel unseen, showing that one can be luminous and human at once. Marilyn Monroe was more than the world's most famous blonde. She was a woman who turned pain into poetry and fame into art. Her legacy isn't just about the image she left behind. It's about the spirit she carried within, curious, courageous, and profoundly real.